Hi, John the Flippin' Idiot here. I'm going to entitle this Awesome on a Budget. So I'm sure there's people out there that have Ridgid tools. Home Depot, I'm sure, sells a ton of them. They have this great deal on the battery where if the battery wears out and you've registered the model number, the serial number of the battery, so that they know which battery is yours, you tell them, hey, my battery died, it's been 4 or 5 years, they'll send you a new one. And so I am on my seventh and eighth set of batteries on a 5-piece toolkit I bought about 12 years ago. And so I've gone on to buy more stuff, and I really like the lightweight lithium batteries nowadays. The old ones I had were the NiCads. They were like boat anchors. And so I had the batteries, and I was just wondering at some point, because it would be great if I could use dust collection here at my storage space if I'm touching something up or maybe doing a top on a tall boy dresser like this. And I thought maybe there's a battery that works with Ridgid batteries, or there's a vacuum that works with the batteries from Ridgid. So anyways, I just went to Home Depot. I punched in 18-volt vacuum, and this came up, and then there's a 3-gallon version. But I wanted this because I wanted some lightweight, compact, and easy to move. I'll let you know if I regret not getting the 3-gallon, or maybe I'll just buy the 3-gallon, which is just holding more stuff. I wanted this, like I said, because I wanted something really compact and it was a little bit less money. I'm not actually sure how much the 3-gallon is because I wasn't looking for that one. This was about I want to say $109, so not that expensive. The battery goes, let's see which end I've got. So there's just a couple of, you pinch them in, these little tabs, so they're little hooks. So the battery's loaded in there. This is one of the, I also bought a battery kit in a different video that I can put a link to if I can remember it. But I bought a bunch of batteries and I bought another charger because the holiday specials were absolutely nuts. So this thing is armed and ready to go. And then the other thing in this video is that I have been a broken record about how much I love this thing from Festool. And normally people think Festool and they automatically think, wow, it's so expensive. But lungs aren't cheap either. So with that said, it's an ergonomic handle. It's easy to grab onto. It just fits in the palm of your hand. I have it set up with the, there's one Velcro, I call them skins, but it's an interface pad, probably is a more technical term. So I actually have one on all my tools where I can get the pad. Festool, make it for the RO90, please. The Rotex. And so anyways, on all the other pads, I just put some extra Velcro so I never burn out the pad that comes with the tool. So that's on there. And then there's a little bit of extra cushioning pad that has its own Velcro that this one's been used so much it's falling apart. But I've still, I mean, this has been on here for 5 or 6 years. And then finally I have the abrasive. And so you can get the paper abrasives and you can also get a screen abrasive. So if you're sanding down something that is really crumbly, let's say maybe like a really dusty chalk paint or possibly a shellac that's been exposed to a lot of UV, you can get the screen type abrasives, and you definitely want to have the Velcro so that it doesn't, at least on the power tools, with a pad it won't heat up as much. But the idea is to protect the hooks on your pad if you're using the screen abrasives. So anyways, that's kind of an aside. This is the sandy block. This is the optional hose that comes with it. So you're looking, I want to say about $80. I don't know, prices like $150 for the pair, which again, maybe sounds a lot for a lot of people. But here's the deal. This is a really long hose. I can set this down, and I've done it where I put my dust collector in the middle of a room at home. I used this and the sanding block, and I did drywall sanding. I went around the entire room. I had a bucket with water and a separator where I put all that drywall dust, and the rest went into, I think it was my Ridgid vacuum with a HEPA filter, which is maybe not perfect, but it got the job done. We didn't find any drywall dust on the floor, which usually happens months after. It's kind of floating around the house. We didn't have any white haze anywhere that we could find. So it worked really well. So this, hooked up to this, I was able to get in a 14 by 14 room, go all the way around. And so I've just continuously, every time I use this thing, I continue to be impressed by how well it works. And this is a 21.5 millimeter hose. I was cleaning up some tile dust with it, so that's why it's dusty in there. But it just plugs in. And then this is the crazy part. I was walking through Home Depot, and the thing that sold me on buying one of these was they had their merchandising team had a cart there, and they had one of these hanging off it. And I went over and went, and so not super quiet, but also not crazy loud. But here was the crazy thing. I went over to the hardware department. I got a hose, and I plugged it in, and it fit, which means I can use my hose. I can use my sanding block from Festool, and I can plug it into a battery-powered vacuum. It has 2 grades of filters in there, so if you want to upgrade the filter, you can. So the blue one's for drywall and finer dust. But look, I can sand this down. I haven't charged the battery. I can sand this down, and then I can clean it off with my stick here if I have some particularly sticky shellac dust, and then I can clean it off with the hose. And so I'm completely portable here. So that was kind of weird. I forgot to bring my batteries from home. So anyways, you get the idea. I'm not going to reshoot all that. So you've seen me in other videos do this. I clean it off, and then I vacuum off the dust if it's picking up a lot of dust. Or I use the screen abrasive, which is a little bit better. But then I'm going to keep scraping this, and what I want to do is sand it down to the point where I can put some gel stain on here, let it go, put a couple coats of Armor Seal, and then this thing is ready to flip. So if you have the Ridgid or you've got the Festool, think about it. I'm also going to use this in the future to do some weird cleanup projects around the house. So I'm going to look at how it works with wet cleanup in particular, because I have a really gross bathroom remodel at home, and this will be super helpful for cleaning up stuff in hard to reach places in the basement. So, all right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more inadequately charged battery disasters and lots more stuff. So anyways, take care of yourself, take care of your lungs, think about it, and happy flipping.